What's good? What's good? Can you hear the wind blowing? Can you hear me? It's all right out here. It's a little windy. I don't know if you can hear it. It's I don't know, 70s. You can hear me? Sweet. I didn't know if you can hear the wind. The wind's blowing like hell out here. Beautiful day though. I should get on the bike. What's good? What's good? Thanks for pulling up. What's poppin'? Tony Chef in the building. What's good? What's good? Right on. What's good, man? So the Raiders and the Chiefs. Thursday night football. Who wins? Vikings, Rams. Have you seen the Rams? I mean, the Raiders made them look good, but come on, they're not good. I think the Vikings easily win that. But man, you never know. If the Rams could get turnovers like they did against us, turnovers win ball games, right? As you can see from the Las Vegas Raiders, when you give away the ball, it don't matter who you got on your team. So Cooper Kupp is back. Yeah, that might be a different story. But they're also trying to shop the man around. So how much is he willing to go out and ball knowing that he's on the trade market? Let me know in the chat who you guys got, Rams or Vikings. How do I feel about Terrence Marshall? Um, I mean, look what Devontae did for us. We don't have a quarterback. I feel like we don't have anybody to get him the ball. Like, if they were going to sign somebody, shouldn't it be a center that can defend the quarter or keep the quarterback on his feet? Because Andre James just ain't it, bro. You know, everybody brags about Tom Telesco, how great the draft was. But let's be honest, right? Brock Bowers was there at 13. He fell into his lap. Was Brock Bowers on his board? I don't know. I wasn't in the building. But, I mean, yeah, we need receivers that are taller than 5'5". That would definitely help the Las Vegas Raiders. But we still got to have a quarterback that can get them the ball. And we do not have that. I mean, Garner's best passes are 5 yards. Hit them like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. Appreciate everybody pulling up. But, I mean, when you got a quarterback that cannot throw the ball farther than 10 yards down the field, man, it doesn't matter who we bring in. You know, good young receiver. Wasn't he at LSU? I think he was at LSU with some stud guys that are in the NFL. You know, got hurt. Shit happens, but appreciate you. Billy D in the house. What's good? What's good? Show my feet. Bro, this ain't OnlyFans, bro. You have to go check out my OF for that. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Kupp. Where do you think Cooper Kupp's going to go? You think he's going to stay with the Rams this year? You think the price is too high? Let me know in the comments. Type in a name. There's a lot of teams that still need receivers, right? You know, the Bills went and got their receiver who played pretty well. Former Raider. And Cooper. The Jets went and got their receiver. But they're in the same position. They don't have a quarterback. You know, Aaron Rodgers, is his time up? That's also a good question, a good topic to talk about. You know, Aaron Rodgers, if you can't keep the man upright, I don't know what you're gonna do, right? He's not a mobile quarterback. If you don't have a mobile quarterback, oh, for the future, uh, I think he's decent. I mean, the kid has potential. He was definitely good at LSU, right? He was good coming out of college. I think he was at LSU. I don't know. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think I don't know if it's a long term piece. Dude, the defendant missed. What the hell? I don't know what the hell that is. Automatic troll. All right. Well, I don't know. Anyways, B Menace, what's good? What's good? Let me know in the building. What are the chances against the Chiefs with Gardner Minshew out there? You know, I seen Gardner Minshew was on the injury list with an elbow. Yes, he had full practice today. But come on, 100% Gardner Minshew is not that good. A hurt Gardner Minshew with a messed up elbow. Should we just put in Ritter? I mean, let me know. What's y'all's thoughts? Cam Ward or Shador Sanders? At this point, can you go wrong with either one? You know, Shador's quarterback rating kind of makes me question, you know, what teams do they really play over there at Colorado? They're not playing SEC teams, you know, they're not playing dominant ACC teams. I don't know if Shador is ready for the NFL. He stayed one more year this year, but look at his, you know, his quarterback rating is decent, but there's guys that have better quarterback ratings. He's not very mobile. I mean, he'll run if he has to, but he's another one of those guys that is definitely not a run first quarterback. I like that, but I don't know. Cam Ward, 300 yards a game. Can you question that? Is it the teams he's playing? Is it the offensive line better than Shador's? You know, there's a lot of questions trying to pick who's better. At this point, I really don't know. I want to see him. I want to see him in camp. See him at the combine. See what their 40 times are. You know, see how they do under pressure with all the lights on and everybody, you know, watching these kids trying to make it to the NFL. It says a lot about a football player, you know, a lot about a kid's character. So I don't know. I think if you want to know who I think it's going to be, I mean, with Brady in the building, the connections with Shador, Mark Davis constantly talking to Shador. You know, why was Deion Sanders in the building, in the Raiders building with Shador and his other son? You know, these are things you have to ask yourself, or at least I ask myself constantly every day. Like, just like the Max Crosby trade. I mean, Max Crosby says he wants to be here. That's not ever been the question. The question is Tom Telesco willing to give him up for the future? I mean, look, you got a Malcolm Kuntz over there who shined, and yes, it was only half a year, and yes, he got hurt, but he was shining in training camp. He was taking leadership roles. You know, what is their faith in Tyree? There's a lot of questions. So I know Max doesn't want to be traded. We all know Max doesn't want to be traded, but it's still a business at the end of the day. And Tom Telesco, I mean, look how he did Josh Jacobs. Look how DA thing ended up. I mean, there's a lot of questions. So who do I want at quarterback? Like I said, I don't know. I want to wait till the end of the year. You know, see how these guys shine in the playoffs. When it comes playoff time and you're not, you know, playing a team that's 1-5 or 2-7, you know, at the end of the year, when it comes down, do you make the playoffs? Does your quarterback fold under pressure? You know, I really like that Canadian kid from, from Indiana? You know, 6'5", 228 or whatever he is. 87, I think, QBR right now, or some crazy shit, 90-something QBR. That kid is off the chain, but he's a pocket passer. Do the Raider Nation want a pocket passer? Obviously not. in this day and age, everybody thinks you need a mobile quarterback. So, but what have mobile quarterbacks won in the NFL? Besides Patrick Mahomes. But Patty Mahomes ain't really a mobile quarterback. He's a shifty, crafty quarterback who's very knowledgeable of when to run and how to run. He's not fast. He's not even faster than Aiden O'Connell. So I don't know. I like the fact that, like I said, that Shador is a pass first kind of guy and can run if he has to. He's fast. He's shifty when he needs to be. But you know, Vegas is a wild place, bro. I lived most of my life in Las Vegas, so I know a lot about Las Vegas, the nightlife, and it just depends on, you know, these kids' character. You come in, you get a lot of money, which nowadays the money doesn't matter because they get paid in college, so they make more in college than they do coming to the NFL their rookie year. So really, money doesn't matter, but it does change people. I didn't thank you. I have been doing daily lives on my other channel. We come and say something else a live stream. Salute Tatted in the building. Y'all go check out our other channel. Your Cornhuskers beat up on Colorado. You know, there's the kid struggles, man. I think his QBR is a 72 point something or 73. You know, there's a lot of quarterbacks that play in tougher divisions and play tougher schools that have better QBRs. I mean, I hear the Raiders really like that kid Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. I mean, they've had scouts there. From what I hear and from what I've been told, people have seen Raider scouts at their games. So, I mean, we don't know. We don't know how much say Tom Brady has. But if Tom Brady has say, like everybody's, you know, leading on to think Tom Brady has say, then it's probably Shador. I mean, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, right? And we know Tom Brady was the first one to sign Shador to his brand or whatever it is, like the Michael Jordan thing. Shador was the first guy to sign to his label. From what I hear, they talk daily. So, I mean, yeah, Shador Sanders is the guy. But the question of the day, and I guess it'll be the pin question in the comments, is can we get up there to get Shador? Because look, Carolina Panthers, you know they're going to want a quarterback. They're just as bad as we are. Right now, the Jets are just as bad as we are. Are they going to win more games? How good are they going to be? You know, there's a lot of teams. The Rams. These teams are going to go get quarterbacks. And I don't see the Raiders constantly losing these games and beating themselves. You know, we won a lot of games last year because we were a disciplined team. We had 2 games where we had no penalties last year. Has that been the case this year? No, because we have a lot of moving parts and a lot of injured people, and it's a revolving door of players constantly. And the players we're pulling off the practice squad, most of them don't have NFL experience, and it's hurting us all the way around. But what's really hurting us is no run game, bro. No run game. Rebel has been showing love in my channel. I wanted to try to come. Word, appreciate you. No run game. You know, I said all year, if you watch this channel, the Raiders need to have a running back that gets the ball 20 times a game. Whether it's Madison, you know, whether it's Amir Abdullah, well, I don't know about Abdullah, but if you give these guys the running back, Zeus or Madison, 20 times or more a game, they average close to or over 100 yards a game. But when you're splitting time with these running backs constantly, there's no consistency. You know, Zeus came in last week. I'm not even going to call him Zeus no more because he's not like a beast or nothing. But Zamir White came in last week, you know, had a big run right off the bat, had another pretty decent run, had a nice catch on the sidelines, which we need to see more of. And then pretty much that was it. You know, they gave him the rock one or two more times. The same thing in the Broncos game. Madison was hot. He came out, had half our yards. The first drive we scored. Same thing in every game. As soon as a guy gets hot, Luke Getsy goes away from it. And you can't tell me you're trying to win football games and not tank if you're going away from what's working. Like, who does that shit? If it's not broke, don't fix it. If it's working, continue to do that shit until they stop it. And we haven't done that in any games this year. And then turnovers, man. Turnovers are bad. Madison has looked good in a couple games. I mean, there's a lot of plays where he looks absolutely horrible. Where there's, you know, there are holes, there are lanes for him to cut through, and he just runs into the runs into the pile, which I don't know. They're getting better at that. It seems the run blocking has been much, much better. We just don't have running backs that can make more than one cut. These guys make one cut, and it's usually a cut to the wrong way. And by the time they take a step or two, they're tackled. And they're going down on the first tackle. You know, when Madison gets hot, he's dragging people. He's carrying guys. Same with Zamir White. He's a big, strong running back. And if you continue to pound the rock and wear these defenses down, then I think we can throw the ball on these short passes and gain a lot more yards. You know, run some drag routes, run some slant routes, and throw the ball to the guy when it's open. You know, don't stare at your receiver. These are all things that we could do easily to win football games. We've been in every single game to a point, but then what happens? Then what happens? You get Gardner Minshew, you know, or Aiden O'Connell throwing interceptions. You get running backs putting the ball on the ground, and you can't do that shit in the NFL. You can't constantly turn the ball over and expect to win, especially when you're playing teams that are 7-0 or 6-0 or whatever they are. I think they had their bye week already, which is going to be a long, long stretch for them if that's the case. But we have one huge upside. Whether it was Aiden O'Connell, whether it was Gardner Minshew, we are the last team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We are the last team to beat the Baltimore Ravens. We are the last team to beat two of these teams. And I think AP has the recipe. Now, can we be disciplined, not beat ourselves, and make stupid plays on third down, or call stupid plays, or get soft with the coaching? You know, AP stands up in his press conferences and says he believes his personnel is doing everything to get these guys ready, that these guys are just not performing or doing their job. Like, you keep calling these players out, and I see it different. I mean, let me know in the chats, do y'all see it different? Do you see these coaches doing everything to give these guys the best opportunity to put the right personnel on the field to win football games? I just don't see it. I don't see it. Raider probably starts after the bye. I mean, really, if he's as hungry as he looked in his press conference, you know, crying and holding back tears, which is probably not a good look when you come to the Raider Nation. You should probably not be crying right off the bat. Like, you might want to hold back those tears a little better, but I understand the situation. I respect the man, you know, for having the heart and the want to, and the respect for the opportunity back, because not many quarterbacks in the NFL get, you know, second, third, fourth, fifth chances. Yes, the guy's still young. Yes, there's a lot of upside. And I think that if he really, really wants to prove that he could be that guy, he needs to take the job this week. He needs to do it in practice. He needs to, when he gets a chance, you know, because the practice team plays first string defense. Now, if you go out there and shred our defense, you got to question, hey, does this dude know enough of the playbook, and can we put him out there? Does he give us a better opportunity than a guy who has triple the amount of turnovers as he has touchdowns? I mean, I don't know. I say we have nothing to lose, and I'd rather go balls to the wall and see if this guy could be a Baker Mayfield and come in at the last minute, reading the damn playbook on the plane, and hold them in the game till the fourth quarter, and then come down on a 2-minute drive and win the game. Is that a fairy lullaby? I mean, it might be. We are playing the Chiefs, and we have no run game, and that's how we beat them last time, right? We ran the shit out of the rock. We didn't let our quarterback throw the ball after the second half. So, I mean, damn. What's good, what's good? If you're new to this channel, think about hitting the like, stick around for a minute, listen, pull up. Thanks for showing love. Show love by hit the like button. I think all you have to do is double tap the screen. Maybe, I don't know if I'm correct, but let me get into these chats. What running backs in college coming out 2005 that you like? I do not know the kid's name. I think it is son of a biscuit eater. What the fuck is his name? What's the running back out of Miami? I believe he's number 25. Miami Hurricanes. Bro, that's my favorite running back. That kid just drags people everywhere. He never stops moving his feet. The dude is a menace back there. And I really like the, what the hell is his name? Ashton, whatever. Boise State kid. I can't remember names, bro. I'm old. My brain doesn't work very well. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Boise State boy. That kid is an absolute beast, but he's going in the top 5, probably top 10. So he's definitely not going to be there. But, the kid from the Miami, I kind of like the Arkansas Razorbacks running back if he can stay healthy. But, man, the kid gets hurt every game. I don't know. There's a lot of running backs. Just like last year, there was, a huge amount of running backs last year that could have went in the first round, but it's not a commodity, it's not a need anymore. People keep saying running backs are a dime a dozen. Well, look at the Raiders. I mean, is it play calling? Is it all offensive line? To me, I say no. It's a mixture of both. Like, the offensive line has been atrocious when it comes to run blocking. And I think with Meredith in there on one side and, JPJ on the other, it has been a much, much better. And, hey, shout out. Can I get a thumbs up in the chat for all people in the chat for Jordan Meredith? I mean, look, this kid just coming out, balling. And there's another guy that's on the practice squad that I believe, let me know if you're with me, the 6 people that are in here, that needs to be elevated to this damn roster, and it needed to happen probably 2 weeks ago. We probably could have won some of these games that we lost, and that is Will Putnam. Come on, man. This guy was balling out in the offseason. He was moving people around. I mean, just putting guys on skates in the preseason once he got acclimated, and he was in there with, guys that aren't even on our team anymore, are the practice squad, and he was working his ass off. He got in a fight with Robert Spillane. He has that integrity, that toughness. I think this dude needs to be at center. In college, the dude played more snaps than anybody in the history of Clemson. Bro, Clemson is or Cincinnati Bearcats, whatever, Cincinnati. Bro, Cincinnati is a huge, huge school. And this man didn't miss a snap, bro. Didn't miss a snap. Has like 3,500 and something snaps at center. He gave up 1 sack, I think, in his whole entire collegiate career. He's a natural center. He's played guard, but he's a natural center. Not like Andre James, who was a makeshift tackle / guard who got moved to center. This guy is just not it, bro. The quarterback has no chance when Andre James is in the quarterback's face more than any defense, more than any player on defense from any game we've played. I watch film. I break down film every single week. I was doing Thursday night breakdowns. I don't know if I'll do it tonight. I've been behind, but from what I watched again this week, it's the same thing with Andre James, man. He's not calling out plays. He's not pointing out blitzes. He comes up, looks, puts his head down the whole time. Like, I don't see this guy being it. And, one of Tom Telesco's biggest moves when he got here, right, was re-signing Andre James to a 2-year, big contract. And, bro, Andre James is just killing us, man. Killing us. The man is on ice skates. If he's not getting pushed back on roller skates, he's on his knees, he's on his back, he's sitting on his ass. This dude, like, I don't know. We have guys that can play center. And with Munford being healthy, I don't know. Maybe they got to move one of these guys to guard and try somebody else at center, bro. But I guarantee you, which I know why they're not trying it, because they say we're not the T word. But come on, let's be honest. We're not putting in the right personnel to try to win games. We're scrappy in every single game. We get down to the red zone after we're run pass, and we try to run. We don't throw it to the best tight end in college football once we get into the red zone. Like, you can't tell me that's trying to win ball games. I mean, I don't know. That's just what I see. But what do y'all see? I'm glad these guys are having fun practice, but the results haven't been... No shit. The results haven't been lighting that shit up. I see the injury report that Max has been full practice. Yeah, Max is, I mean, he looks good. He looks healthy. The ankle's still taped. It's still wrapped. But when I've seen him on film just the last 2 or 3 weeks, bro, he's not Max out there. He's not the tone setter. He's not turning the game over. He's not in the backfield stopping these run plays that he usually does. He's not jumping into piles, which he shouldn't be doing. Nobody should be doing that, but man. Dude, Andre James does like sitting on Minshew's lap and Aiden O'Connell and the running backs and everybody else's lap he could sit on, bro. And Will Putman got that dog in him, bro. He was the man in college. Like, he dominated at Cincinnati, and they play some solid ass schools. One year I believe they played Georgia and Alabama. So, I mean, come on, bro. This man is a dog out there, and there's a reason they kept him around. There's a reason he's on the practice squad, because he has that fight. He's a beast. He's strong. And he's a natural center, and he's young. And I think some of these guys, like Colton Miller, who's only 29, but bro, 29 when you've been in the NFL, since you were 20 or 21, it's a long time in the NFL. That's a long, long time to have these guys constantly just, beating, smacking, pushing around. So I don't know. I don't know where this team's going. Max says he wants to be here. We all know that. But man, anything can happen on any given day, bro. If somebody offers the right price, and we're in a rebuild, and this is a total rebuild. If it wasn't a rebuild, we wouldn't have 21 free agents with all the money we got. Some of these guys would have been signed. And I know you could say Tom Telesco's waiting to, see how they are at the end of the year, if they're worth bringing back. But you can go back and watch the years they've been here since, the rookie year, some of them, like Nate Hobbs, Moreg. Just a big dummy with no vision. What? If he makes it past the first level, he could take a house or bus. Right? That's that's another thing, bro. Like, how come on run plays you're getting pushed in the backfield, but on passing plays you're 10 yards downfield? Doesn't every lineman know, bro, you can't go that far downfield on a pass play? Like, I don't understand. That's got to be coaching, right? It's got to be coaching. It's got to be coaching saying, hey, this you can't do. You should know the rules, bro. You're a center. You've been a center for how long with the Raiders? I mean, they got rid of one of the best centers we've ever had for this guy, and we're paying him all this money for what? And that's why, AP says he don't bite his tongue, right? He stands on business. But when you say you don't care about the name on the back of the jersey, or where they were drafted, or how much money they make, you care about the effort they're putting in, and then you leave guys on the field like James. I can't stand on that, bro. I can't. That shit's wild to me, bro. That's wild. Wild. Yeah, fun on practice, but it's not showing on the field. All that dancing and stuff. I get it. Rookies, they got to keep it lively, especially when you're 2-5. You got to do something, right? Got to do something. English or Spanish? You can't understand me? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I don't get it. I speak English. Poquito más Spanish. But, yeah, that's on that. So, yeah, where do you guys think we stand? Do you think if we don't turn the ball over? Because, look, let's be honest. Last week, we had 5 field goals, right? You don't get 5 field goals unless you have 5 decent drives. Now, I know one of those drives was a turnover, which my guy Nate Hobbs was doing everything in his power to make it into the end zone. Just couldn't pull it off, right? Couldn't make it into the end zone. But I don't know. Where do we stand? Where do you guys see us? Do we have a shot against the Kansas City Chiefs? I don't know. I think if we can get a run game going like we did last week, 23 carries, I say if we push that 23 carries, if the defense can get us more possessions and we push that 23 carries to say 28 or 30 carries, I think we go over 100 yards even against this defense. But we need to run the ball to the outside. We need to stop, running these screens and plays behind the line of scrimmage because everybody knows it's coming. They know the formations. They've all seen it a million times. And we got to push the ball down the field. But that's the problem. If you look at Gardner Minshew's, stats, PFF stats, any stats out there you want to look at, they're bad when it comes to 10 yards and up. Like the last game, 0 for 2 on the right side, 0 for 3 over the middle, 0 for 4 on the left side, with 3 interceptions and a fumble, bro. We cannot have that. Cannot have that. What does the chat say? Cerveza, yeah. Cervezas is beer, man. I don't have a cerveza. You want to buy me one? I'll drink one. Shit. You can't send in a super chat, so you can't help me out, okay? Mahomes got the same amount of picks as Gardner. Get a couple Raider defense. Well, see, this is the problem, though. Everybody keeps saying Gardner, Patrick Mahomes has just as many picks, but he also has double the amount of touchdowns. So the picks don't matter. I've said it, the picks can be dealt with. If you throw 1 interception a game, which pretty much he's thrown 2 interceptions a game, or I guess 1, he's got what, 7, 8, whatever he's got, a lot. But if you're throwing 1 a game and you're throwing 2 touchdowns a game and you're getting drives where your running backs, are scoring in the red zone and you're putting up 20 points a game, those interceptions are not as costly. But when you're throwing 3 interceptions a game with no touchdowns and you're turning the ball over in the red zone and giving them short field, that's the difference between Gardner and Patrick Mahomes. Which is just a huge, huge difference, right? It's a difference that can't be overcome. Like, no team in the NFL can overcome 3 turnovers and a fumble for a touchdown. But with that being said, the Raiders were this damn close to pulling off that task, right? Even with 3 interceptions, giving them the ball on the short field twice, our defense kept us enough in the game that we almost pulled it out. And I know almost only counts in grab ass and horseshoes, but if you had a coach that made better decisions and one or two things, went our way, we had a quarterback that could actually sustain a drive and, not kick a field goal when you get the ball handed to you on the 15-yard line, it's a different ball game. And the Broncos game, same thing. Those field goals we kicked, the turnovers we had, let them run the score up on us and look like they just, dog walked us. But that wasn't the case. We were in that game also. We've been in all these games. The defense has kept us in this game. As bad as they've been tackling and as bad as they've been on, stupid penalties and giving up big plays in crucial moments, they've still found a way to get us the ball in scoring positions that we haven't been able to capitalize on. And that's the coaching. Yes, it's the quarterback not being able to throw the ball, but even with Aiden in there, they're calling wrong plays, bro. Wrong plays at the wrong time. And Antonio Pearson said it himself. We gotta call the right plays at the right times. But then he says the coaching staff is doing great and they're putting us in position to win. I just don't see Getsy's calls putting us in position to win. We could have way better calls. I don't know what the playbook is, but when I go back and watch the tape, I'm like, bro, why didn't we run this play on this 3rd and 1 or this 4th and 8 instead of kicking the field goal? Holy shit. But wrong play calling at the wrong time is killing this team. It's not all personnel. And it's not all mistakes. But those don't help. Holy shit. I mean, we had what? 8 penalties for 80 yards? That's the norm for the Raiders, right? Holy crap, bro. I'm dying over here. So I'm going to screenshot this. Woo! I'm crying. The Raiders are so bad. I'm tired of this shit, man. Nah, for real, though. But yeah, 8 penalties, yo. For 85 yards, I think, or whatever it was. Bro, that's the norm for the Raiders, and we won games with those penalties. But yeah, we've had those penalties, 4 turnovers, 1 for a touchdown, and we were still had a fighting chance. If we had better coaching, we still had a fighting chance. And if we had a better quarterback, I mean, that's the bottom line. A better quarterback, which we have a better quarterback. In my opinion, the man just got hurt. But speaking of injured thumbs, and the kid from Indiana, that's got an amazing QBR and amazing completion percentage. Go in if you want in, stupid cat. I swear this cat thinks it's a dog. That dude broke his thumb and had surgery and still might play in the game, which I thought is absolute crazy. If he can play in the game, why is Aiden O'Connell out for 4 weeks? Didn't Brett Favre play with a broken thumb? And I believe Aaron Rodgers has played with a broken thumb. Correct me if I'm wrong. But come on, man. If you want to be and show you're supposed to be the future of this franchise and we're all wrong, bro, you got to play. You got to play. Salute everybody pulling up in the chat. Thank you for pulling up. Think about hitting that like button. Run up them likes. Help me out. Hashtag Raiders if you think the Raiders are going to beat Kansas City or if they have any shot at beating Kansas City. I think there's a chance. There's always a chance, man. Like you just said, penalties. What a shot in the 4th quarter. Want a shot in the 4th quarter, be in the game, Raiders. I mean, I think, the Chiefs' offense is struggling. Let's be honest. Their run game is struggling. Yes, we're horrible at the run. But if we could just make tackles, and, we got a new guy, came over from Cincinnati, who's been known to make tackles. I watched a little bit of film on him. The guy's not bad. He's decent. He's going to make some plays if he gets in the game. He's going to help this team. D-Menace in the building. Shout out. But You know, if we could get our defense to not even, they don't even have to score. Just get them off the field, right? Just get Patrick Mahomes some 3-and-outs. Make some stupid mistakes. Somebody make sure that whoever is spying him can tackle him instead of letting him, break 4 or 5 tackles. That's how we lose. But that's the recipe to beat Mahomes. AP says he has the recipe. Shit, I have the recipe too. It's simple. You keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands, and when he has the ball, you keep him contained as much as possible. Let him throw those short yard passes. Just don't let him run and throw 80 yards downfield to guys that aren't covered, which easier said than done, right? But man, if we could just slow down that run game, who's been struggling, their running backs are beat up, ours are healthy, we should be able to control time of possession by running the ball and, short passes, drag routes, not all screens, run some slants. I seen last week, Trey Tucker was open at least 4 times, if not more, when they ran, drag routes or a slant route. It's not really a drag, it's like a short, shallow slant. But when they're running those routes, the man is open. You're just hitting him after he stops his route. Hit him while he's on the run. Let him make plays. There's a reason Trey Tucker is on the punt return or kickoff returns for a reason. They like what he does with the ball in his hands. Same with DJ Turner. Give the man the ball. Why early? Get the ball out early. If it's a slant route, if it's a drag route, hit him in the middle of the field, not when he's at the end of his route. Like, these are things that can change the tempo of this game. And I think if Garner could just get his head out of his ass, get his balls back, like Talladega Nights, maybe they need to throw him in a Cougar with a race car. Whatever they got to do, man. Lock the windows, put him in a Cougar, put him in his van down by the river. I don't know. But you got to do something to get his head out of his ass and get his confidence back, bro. He got to drop his balls. You got to drop your balls, bro. And the interceptions, you could say, were passes downfield, but come on, those interceptions were just ugly, ugly, ugly plays. Maybe I will do film breakdown tonight. I don't know. Maybe after the game, because there's some plays I really wanted to show that if Gardner would just stay in the damn pocket, bro, he has protection in the pocket, and then he runs out of the pocket and throws the ball out of bounds when you have DJ Turner running up the middle of the field, has his man beat the whole time, and he steps out of the pocket because he's got to be moving his feet when he throws the ball. There's a reason he's not a starting quarterback, and teams haven't kept the Gardner Minshew around, and it's his footwork. If you watch his footwork, it's just horrible. If he's standing flat-footed, he cannot throw the football. If he has to be moving, and even that lately has been even worse. Like, if he just stand flat-footed and give it a chance, go through your mechanics, push off with your back foot, lead with your front foot, put spin on the ball, bro, he would be a better quarterback. We've seen him be a good quarterback. We've seen him make throws. I just don't know why he can't do it for the Las Vegas Raiders. Is it a curse? Is it once you put on the silver and black jersey, you just become trash and only subhuman guys like Rich Gannon can come in, or Jim Plunkett could come in and turn it around? I don't know. I don't know what it is, bro. Max 98 on that little red bitch shit. On that what? On that little red bitch fifth. I know. But, hey, I mean, as a teammate, you got to support your guy, right? You got to support your guy. And Max Crosby is doing the right thing by saying we back Gardner 100%. But I really don't think that's who they want at quarterback, man. I really just don't see I don't think so, Why break up what you had last year when you're supposed to have a better offensive coordinator, a better offense, a better run game, because that gets these, thing. Why take Aiden out? Why not just give him the shot? He proved, whether he was vocal or, that guy AP wanted him to be, we still won with the guy he was. And Antonio Pierce said, be yourself, right? Be yourself, but be more vocal and change. be louder, be a leader. Like, that's not Aiden. Aiden was better being the cerebral assassin, quiet behind the scenes, killing you when you gave him a pocket. That was Aiden O'Connell. That's what I seen. We need to be aggressive. What and play 2 second pass to the whistle. Oh, there's so many guys, bro, that I seen 3 times us the other team pick up 4 more yards, 4+ yards or more, just because they were in a pile and guys just stood there and watched the pile. Like, they'd run up to it and be like, "Oh, y'all got it, you got it." I'm telling you, I'm telling you. When they call the right plays, guys don't give 110%, or like AP said, you call a zone right and you got half the guys going left. Like, which it wasn't half the guys, it was one guy, the captain and the leader of the team, Garner flipping Minshew. He was the only guy that I seen on a zone left play who rolled out and went right, had nobody to throw the ball to, and instead of trying to race to the cone because you're a mobile quarterback and make plays with your feet, he throws the ball out of bounds on 3rd and 7, and we kick a field goal. Bro, no, you couldn't have got a first down, but you still could have got on the 1 yard line. Would have been better going for it on 4th and 1 or 2 than having to go for it on 4th and 9. I mean, these are just dumb plays by a quarterback that just doesn't. He's just not all there. I don't know. Maybe them trees are just way too good in Vegas or whatever the case is. I don't know, but with Gardner Minshew, bro, our hopes are pretty much, can he not turn the ball over and can he make throws? And so far, the answer to that is no. So until that happens, we have no shot to win any game. But like I said, we might get lucky and Garner might just be like, okay, there's another quarterback to push me. I'm going to lose my job twice. I got to ball out. I don't. Maybe. Let's all take a moment of silence and pray for Gardner Minshew to have a half-ass decent game. Just don't turn the ball over. Our defense has got us the ball on our side of the field over and over again. Our punter has kept them on their side of the field pinned deep over and over and over again. We get the ball in good field position. We just make stupid decisions with the ball. So, I don't know. Like I said, our best hope is that Riddler, riddles that playbook and learns that playbook in the next couple days and shows in practice that he's better than Gardner with these receivers. There might be a little bit of chemistry with him and Trey Tucker. They both played at Cincinnati, but if you look at their yardage, I think Trey Tucker only had like 2 balls over 20 yards the whole time they were in Cincinnati, so I don't know how much of that connection is it. And also, Ritter said he called Trey Tucker and was like, "Hey, can I crash at your crib? I'm coming to Vegas. I'm getting on a flight right now." And in the interview, he said Trey Tucker still ain't got back to him. That's messed up, bro. That's your guy, bro. It's like, why would you put him on blast like that? And why would you not get back to your guy that was your quarterback in college and be like, "Yeah, man, you could crash at my house"? Wild. Where's the camaraderie? Where's this brotherhood that we talked about? They're just losing just because what? Because that guy sucks and Aiden is broken. I don't think it's. I mean, when you look at 8 penalties, 85 yards, 4 turnovers, 1 for a touchdown, that's why we're losing. I mean, just look at. You don't even have to look at stats to see why the Raiders have lost every game we've lost. I mean, you might look at a couple, like missed tackles, big plays, big run plays. I think every team that's played us is like +10 on big run plays, and we're like, -5. Okay, maybe +1. I don't know. But yeah, you can't win games like that. So it's not all the quarterback, but the quarterback has to do his job so the defense can get off the field. So the defense can do their job and get off the field and get the offense back on the field. But if your quarterback's just constantly making turnovers or stupid plays or going three and out, the defense really doesn't want to get off the field because they're like, man, our best chance to win is to bend and don't break. Let these guys run as much as the clock out as possible, but not score and get us the ball back. Because if we get us the ball back right away, bad things happen. We give them good field position. So you, I don't know. We have to manage the clock on defense, which is horrible to say. You have to manage the clock somehow on defense. How do you manage the clock on defense? Give up first downs until you get to the 40 and then tighten up. Don't give up big plays. That's hard to ask for any defense or any players in the NFL. Very, very hard to ask. So, yeah, no run game, bottom of the NFL, no receivers, 10 times a game to your star tight end. How long is that going to last? Teams have got to catch on. Hey, the only place they're going to throw the ball is to the sideline, to the running backs or the tight end. They've already caught on. Just look at how bad defenses have shined against this offense. They've caught on 100%. I think I froze. I guess YouTube cut me off. I don't know. If anybody's still here, appreciate it. Shout out, run them likes up. Keep Gardner out. I'll drink until 4 a.m. right before the game. That might work, my guy. That might work. But it looks, come on. It looks to me like that's already the case. It looks like he's already out drinking till 4 a.m. every night. Do some Kenny Stabler shit. Get him out of his head. Bro, that could work. But maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's in these strip clubs too long every night. Maybe he needs a family. I don't know. I'm good. Y'all can see me. Thumbs up in the chat if I'm back, if you can hear me. I know the sun's going down behind that tree. What? Yeah, so that's my opinion. I think we definitely have a shot to beat Kansas City just because we did it last year. We didn't have Aiden didn't have a great game. Aiden didn't even throw the ball last year. So it's all up to these running backs, and it's the same running backs that we had, just a different system. So Zamir White, it is all up to you. Please put that man back in the starting role because it looked like he had a fire lit under his ass in the starting role. Last week when he got in the game, whatever times he got the ball, it looked like, he was pushing his feet. He was not going down after the first tackle, and he looked kind of like the Zeus towards the end of last year. So, hopefully he comes back like Diablo did. Diablo had an injury, came back and is playing his ass off, and I was his biggest critic. I've been giving, Divine Diablo shit on every one of my shows because the man just cannot stop the run, and he's been killing us. But he's been better. Hopefully Zeus could do that. FFFFFFF, our Super Sunday. Nah, bro. It'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. I think we're going to be competitive in this game because it is the Super Bowl champs. And also, you got to be living rent-free in their heads. They know as well as we know, I know, you know that I know that you know that I know that you know that Raider Nation knows. And the world knows that the last team that beat the the Chiefs, was the Raiders. We know the whole Kermit thing. Is Patrick Mahomes going to be fired up? He's not having the greatest of years. Is he going to try to do too much? How much is he going to try to do? Is he going to try to have one of those, show out games and make us look like ass? Because it could backfire on him, Jacorian Bennett's been fire over there, and to me, he's been our number one corner. And if I said he should have been Rookie of the Year. I predicted him to be Rookie of the Year last year, but it seems like his sophomore year, is way better than his rookie year. And if he could have just played like this last year, man, he would have had a shot, shot up there with some of those great corners that were drafted way higher than him. But the man is balling out this year. He needs a turnover, whether it's a fumble, whether it's an interception. I think he's, top 3 in the NFL in PBUs right now, which is huge for his confidence. And it would be even better for his confidence, to come up and show that you are the guy against the Super Bowl champs in a rival game that means the world to the Raiders, the Raider Nation. I know a lot of people really don't care if we lose, which is just a bad, horrible, horrible thing. I want to win every single game. I don't care where it puts us. I want to win. It doesn't matter. I want to win. I want to win because a lot of things, bro. There's a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. You can't have your owner keep looking like a dumbass hiring the wrong coaches that don't win games. You can't have coaches that are here 1 year and gone because they can't win games. You can't have coaches that are gone that players want here that just don't have the right personnel or staff around him to do what he wants to do. Our experience to be able to say, this is what I'm doing, in my opinion. So there's a lot of reasons that we need to win games. And I don't think, where we're at now, 5th, is really going to be enough. Is it going to be enough? Because there's teams above us that need a quarterback just as bad. And it's going to be the same scenario as last year. These teams that need quarterbacks see future quarterbacks in Shador and Cam Ward and, maybe even Beck. And like I said, maybe even, that kid out of Oregon. I don't know. Could there be 6 draft picks in the first round again this year? There very well could be, because there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. Did it work out for all the teams last year? Nope. Not exactly so far, but will it in the future? More than likely. And they got quarterbacks they can build around. So the shot of us, still getting that Shador or Cam Ward is very slim unless we lose every game for the rest of the season. And I just don't see this team being that team. I just don't see us losing every single game. I think there's games out there that we can win. And I think all of our games that we lost, we should have won, in my opinion. Like, it's just been horrible, horrible coaching at the wrong times, bad quarterback play, no run game, which, that makes a bad team, right? If you look at all those scenarios, it's a bad team. Antonio Pierce even said it's a bad team. But Max Crosby said this is not a bad team, and he don't believe we are a bad team. They're just not putting it all together. And I feel the same way. If we can put it together, just one game, just put it all together. Quarterback play, run game, defense, turnovers, no penalties, and have one of those games we had last year with no penalties and create some turnovers, bro, I think we have a very, very good chance of shocking the world. We did against the Ravens, but, in my opinion, they beat themselves. And in my opinion, that's how we beat the Chiefs. They're going to have to beat themselves, right? And the Chiefs don't beat themselves. They're well coached. They're well disciplined. They have a lot of savvy vets. They have a lot of savvy young rookies. And they're not going to beat themselves and make very many mistakes. So we're going to have to force them into mistakes. If you force them into mistakes, which is easier said than done, but we've proved that Max Crosby rattles the shit out of Patrick Mahomes. You just got to have help, right? Got to have help. I like the blitzes with Moreg. I like the blitzes with Pal Mal. I like what Patrick Graham has been doing as far as sending these corners, sending the safeties, sending the linebackers, sending everybody. Blitzing these guys has really helped this defense if we can get to the quarterback. But if we can't, the quarterback just rolls out of the pocket and finds the open man, and that kills us. So we have to make the tackles on these blitzes, and I think that's my recipe to beat the Chiefs, right? That's my recipe. Get right game against the chumps. It's also, there's a lot of things. Look, they won the Super Bowl in our house. If you never have any more reason as a Raider to step up, protect your house, protect your field, protect your city, protect your head coach, your owner, your fans. What better reason do you need than remembering them piece of shit Kansas City Chiefs coming in, sticking a flag in the middle of our damn stadium? I mean, come on. If that doesn't get you pumped up enough to come out here and say we're tired of this shit, we beat these guys before, we know we can beat them. Yes, it was a different quarterback. Yes, it was a different offensive scheme. All that bullshit. But it's still the Raiders. It's still a lot of the same players. And we just need our star players that have been here, that carry this team, to step up and carry this fucking team. That's what we need. Max Crosby needs to be in the backfield every play. You can't have 1 tackle, 2 assists, and a sack. Come on, bro. Like, we have to do better. He has to do better. AP has to do better. Everybody's got to do better. And if we do that and protect our house and have that aggressiveness, if everybody plays like JPJ and Max Crosby, bro, then we have a chance. If not, it's going to be the same old thing. We're going to get down, we're going to put our heads down, and we're going to be like, damn, we're about to get whomped. Like we have in the second half of every single game. And a lot of that, in my opinion, has been bad play calling on offense. You can't come out with 3 receivers that have never been in an NFL game to start the second half and throw the ball out of the backfield and expect these guys to block. Like, it's just stupid shit. Not 1 but 2 plays in a row. You can't come out when you're down 12-7 in a game that you shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be that close because you already have a turnover for a touchdown or a turnover, and you come out and run the ball 2 times, get no yardage, and then have to pass on 3rd down or try to run it again on 3rd down because what the hell? It didn't work on 1st down. It didn't work on 2nd down. You know, if it doesn't work the first time, you know, at first you don't succeed, try again. Sometimes that logic needs to go the hell out the window. And we just need to play football, bro. And I don't know. I don't know when Antonio Pierce is going to be like, okay, Luke Getsy is not it. Let's try somebody else calling plays. Maybe after this loss, you know. But if we win the game, then we're back to what? Shit. Now we're winning games, and Luke Getsy's a hero? Damn. I don't know. So we're screwed either way, bro. F'd if we win, F'd if we lose. I mean, I don't know. It's a rough season. Hard year. Hard position. But we could be a good team. A great team, no. We could definitely be a good team. The offensive line has stepped up dramatically with a bunch of rookies. I mean, that's a huge positive, right? Of course, we're looking to the future, but the future is bright as hell on the offensive line. I mean, come on. You got to admit, Meredith playing his ass off, DJ Glaze playing his ass off, Jackson Powers Johnson, even, you know, Dylan Parham. With Parham, if he comes back and gets healthy, put that dude at center. He played his ass off last year when Andre James was hurt. Bro, let's mix it up. Let's go. If we lose this game, mix up the offensive line. You know, trade Andre James. Just trade him. Cut him like they did Derek Carr. I don't really care at this point. Pay the man his money, but bro, he's not it. He's not it. We have way better guys that are young, up-and-coming guys that have played that position and are proven at that position. Like I said, put Will Putman out there, bro. That dude is a dog. Like, he's feisty. He's got that killer mentality. He's got that Raider mentality. He wants to be out there. The dude wants to play. He's on the practice squad. He's battling, you know, with these guys every single week. Just throw him out there. What do we got to lose, right? What do we got to lose? Nothing. Pop. Pop what? What you want me to pop? Pop question? Go ahead. Diddy. Come on, man. What's your question, bro? I ain't got all day and shit. You want me to answer questions? Time is money, my son. Come on. Alright, no pop question? Alright, well, man, I've been out here for a minute. So, shout out everybody. I'll probably pull back up later on tonight. I just wanted to see if this, you know, new scenario works. But obviously, it doesn't. Because I still got the same 7 people in my life. Shout out Chef. Shout out D Menace holding down the chat as always. Best mod in the business. If y'all need a mod, I mean he's probably busy because he mods for everybody. But anyways, appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate the 7 that are in here. If you're not subscribed to the channel, bro, what are you waiting for? All you gotta do, click my name, hit that little button, subscribe to the channel, tickle the noti. It's a notification bell. Let you know you vibe with this content, want to see more like it. So, with that being said, I'm out. Much love. Raiders. I'll probably be on after the game. Peace. Yeah, everyone to in my stream.